Now this is the last part of our story about Maltara and his two sons. As I was telling, like I was telling you about this battle, the Ngariki, they were defeated, but they weren't all killed. They were able to they went and they hid out in a cave, and they'd come out at night, and sometimes they'd catch people, kill them, cook them, and eat them. That was their food. And there wasn't enough of them that they could go to war against Maltara and his warriors. For them, it was a matter of time. Eventually they were going to be defeated. Now what they did was, among the Ngariki, there was a woman, her name was Teora, and her husband's name was Arudai. And Arudai and Teora, they were middle-aged, and they had a son, his name was Manaune. And he was grown, he was a warrior. And the mother, they knew they were going to lose, and when they were lost, when they were going to be defeated, and they knew the men were going to be killed. All right? Women were safe because they wouldn't kill the woman. And like if a tribe was defeated in war, the woman would not be killed. But as woman, Rudai, well, the woman's name was Teora. She was looking for some way for her son so that he wouldn't be killed. And she was the aunt of Maltara, the chief of the Ngativara, the enemy tribe, their enemies. What she did is she went secretly to Maltara, and she said, "Can you adopt my son? Can you adopt my son?" He said, "Yeah, I'll adopt your son." So she brought him back. She took him back to where her son was at, and then she let her son go. Then she handed over her son to Mea Maltara. And so Maltara took this man, Manaune, and he took him back to his tribe where they were living. And when Manaune and Maltara and Manaune reached their destination, Maltara's sons, they saw who was with their dad, Manaune. They didn't trust him because they didn't know where his true loyalties lied. Okay, they considered him a danger. They didn't trust him. In the middle of a battle, whose side would he really fight on? And they grabbed their weapons and they ran at him. And they were going to kill him. And Maltara yelled at them, "No!" Told them not to, so they didn't. But Maltara's sons were probably waiting for the first battle, and they were going to kill him. And it was going to look like, an accident or something like that. Because they didn't trust him, and they probably had a good reason. Like, somebody in the middle of a battle changes sides, it's going to be a big problem. You could turn the tide of a battle that way. And they'd die. If they were wrong. If they trusted him and they were wrong, they could die. And sometime after this, the wife of Maltara, her name was Teiko, she had a vision one afternoon. And she saw the Ngariki, their enemies, the ones who were hiding in the cave. She saw them that they were coming to this one place to pick coconuts. And they knew the place. So what they did is the Ngativara, Maltara and the Ngativara, they prepared and they went to that place. It was like really, really early in the morning. That was what the wife of Maltara saw in her vision. They went to that place really early in the morning. And half the Ngariki were up in coconut trees picking coconuts, and half were on the ground husking the coconuts and pointed stakes. And so, basically the Ngativara, Maltara and the Ngativara, they ran down the hill. And that boy, that young man, Manaune, the one who had been adopted into the Ngativara tribe, he was going to fight his own tribe, or at least, his old tribe. And he knew his situation, that he had to prove to his new tribe that he was truly on their side. And he was like, he ran at the first. He ran down there hard. He was going to fight really hard just to show his new tribe that he's truly on their side, because if not, he was going to die. They were going to kill him. And he ran out in the middle of the coconut trees, and the first person he ran into was his father. And he saw that it was his father. And he hesitated. Manaune didn't want to kill his father, Rudai. And the father knew his son's situation. And the father said to the son, he said, "Look, you have to seal your adoption with my blood. You have to kill me." And so Manaune killed his father. And after that, in that battle, he fought like a crazy man. And his new tribe were absolutely convinced that he belonged on their side, that his loyalties lay with them. And so he was safe. For a few years after this, he kind of went crazy because of what he'd done. It was like the anger of the gods. But he settled down, married, had a large family. Now, you're thinking this is probably a sad story, huh? It's not. Because the family, the father died, but he died to save his son, and his son was saved. So, these guys would be dead anyway. They've gone into the next world, and they're there. But the father saved his son. Now there's a moral, of course. There's people walking around today. That guy Manaune had a lot of children. And there's a lot of people walking around in Mangaia these days, and they're descended from Manaune. And they owed a debt of gratitude to Manaune, who killed his father, and to his father Rurai, who let himself be killed to save his son. Wahopite ni parao.